Hi, Aaron here. In this tutorial, I'm going to show the two ways we can enforce required fields in Jira Cloud. This means ensuring the fields are not blank at certain points in your workflow. And I'll also show how one of the methods tends to be much better than the other at ensuring you have the most accurate data in your system. Here's an example. Suppose you have two custom fields for your bug issue type: steps to reproduce and regulatory impact. You definitely want both of these fields to be complete on all bug reports, so you want to make them required fields. There are two ways you can do this. You can make them always required, much like the summary field is, or you can make them required only for specific transitions. Let's look at both ways. If you're in a company managed project, you'll need site admin permissions, and you'll go to Settings and then Issues. First, we'll demonstrate making a field always required. To do this, we'll go to Field Configurations, and then we'll select our configuration from the list. Like me, you may only have one. Now we'll search for our fields that we want to make required, and we'll press the Required button. Now you can see this field is marked as required, which means that Jira will ensure that it is never empty. It'll be required on the Create screen, Edit screens, Transition screens, everywhere. Let's do the same for our other field. Back in our project here, we can see that our two custom fields are now required for submitting new bugs. This is somewhat better than before, but we still have a problem. Our problem is, what if a user wants to submit a new bug, but they don't know the correct value for one of the required fields? They can either stop what they're doing, go find the answer, and finish submitting the bug later, or they can just select a value to make the software happy and then move on with their day. Now you have bad data in the system, which may be difficult to detect. And unfortunately, this is the default behavior of many users. So how can we fix this? Using workflow validators. Back in our field configurations, let's make the regulatory impact field optional again and solve our problem a different way. Okay, now we can go to Workflows, find our workflow in the list, and select Edit. A better way to solve our problem is to decide at which point in the workflow do we need this field to be completed. In the case of our regulatory impact field, it's okay for users to submit new bugs without that field completed, but we definitely need it done before the initial triage is complete. So to do this, we'll add an enforcement on the transition from initial triage to to-do. So let's select that transition and select Validators. Now we can add a validator, and the validator that we want is Field Required Validator. Let's select our field, and type in a useful error message for our users. This message will be displayed to users anytime the validator fails. And now we can publish our changes. Back in our project here, we can see that I can create a new bug without completing the regulatory impact field. I can even transition it into triage. But if I try to transition it to to-do, Jira displays our error message. Why is this better? By delaying making the field required, it makes it easier for the right people to provide the right data, rather than making one person provide all the data up front on the Create screen. So how to choose strategies? I recommend using the first strategy, the always required strategy, when the person submitting the issue is almost definitely the right person to provide the data. So for example, summary, description, steps to reproduce, these are all fields that only the submitter can answer. And so making them required will save you the hassle of having to ask for them later. But most other fields are things that maybe the submitter knows the correct answer, or maybe they don't. For example, priority, severity, components. In general, many submitters will not know the correct answers for these. In that case, don't make them always required. Instead, implement a workflow validator later on. This will make it easier for the rest of the team to help enter the correct data into the system. That was a company-managed project. Now let's look at a team-managed project. Go to Project Settings, select Issue Types, and select our issue type. Now first, let's make the Steps to Reproduce field always required. This is easy. Just select the field and expand its configurations and select the Required checkbox and save your changes. Now this field is always required. To add the rule for our regulatory impact, we're going to go to Edit Workflow. We'll select our transition and we'll select Add Rules. The rule we want is restrict to when a field is a specific value. We'll select our field. We'll select text and doesn't equal and leave the value blank. This rule will verify that a regulatory impact is not equal to a blank value, and we can add this rule. One thing to note is that's a workflow condition rather than a workflow validator. We can see what this means back here in our project. When I have a bug in the initial triage state, but the regulatory impact field is blank, the transition to to-do is simply not available. This is different than with the workflow validator in our company managed project. There, the transition was available, and then a helpful error message was displayed after I selected it. In this case, the user has no feedback as to why that transition is not there. And that's it. We just looked at two strategies for enforcing required fields in Jira Cloud. Both strategies work, but we saw that the workflow validators will ensure that you have better data in your system. So when in doubt, that should be your default choice. All right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.